2 years ago, the price of oil was about $93 a barrel. Last year, it dropped to about half that. And despite the break-even point of $62 in this neighborhood, the pump jacks are hard at work bringing up medium gravity crude from the Oungre pools. Speaking of Oungre, it's Friday, July 22nd, 2016, and welcome to Oungre, Saskatchewan, looking west down Highway 18 where the road comes in on the right. There is the rail bed that the Canadian Pacific laid down from Southall Junction on the Neptune branch in 1926. Built out as far as Lake Alma that year, about 26 miles west of the switch. It was extended out to Minton in 1929 and was abandoned and stripped of rails come 2005. Looking east down the highway. Estevan is 60k away. These are the Trossachs Plains out here, running down the eastern slopes of the Missouri Coteau from Avalon to the border. Mixed glacial till with some good topsoil in some places. Pretty good cropland. Canola grows in some areas real well, and forage crops, alfalfa perhaps, and others. Oh no! It's either a wolf willow or silver-berried wolf willow or an invasive Russian olive. I can't tell, but there's a line of them running down the south side of the rail line here. The station was around here. Portable, dropped off in 1927 at mile 5.4. Newcomers, mainly Germans, Norwegians, and Brits, began arriving in this part of Treaty 4 territory in the early 1900s. This is Lyndale School, established as a rural school in 1907 and brought into town in 1929. Expanded, seen from the highway, that's the back of it. Abandoned now, replaced by the new school in 1957. Oungre is an organized hamlet with a population at last count in 2006 of 15, but likely increased over the years. Interestingly, these big buildings are lined up along the highway and not facing the railway track. Well, there's a few new and refurbished homes in Oungre. Among the newcomers settled in this area earlier on were Israel Hofer, Philip Berger, and Meir Feldman. European Jews schooled in farming and came out here to establish homesteads, which they did. Their success attracted others of their faith, and they began to regard themselves as a distinct community, whose population peaked in 1916 at 147 folks. Well, back to the wolf willows. 2 elevators were built in Oungre, both in 1928, Dominion Elevator Company and Saskatchewan Wheat Board. They were merged in 1984 and closed in 1989. Right in here somewhere and long gone. The CPR initially called this place Burn after the first post office in the area, established by Philip and Catherine Burn February the 1st, 1908. The place is called Oungre today because with the coming of the railroad in 1929, the Jewish Colonization Association took a greater interest in the community. They established a farm laborers' hamlet to teach newcomers how to farm and acquired land in the area, a plot of which they donated to the community for a town hall. In gratitude, Burn changed its name to honor Dr. Louis Oungre, Paris-based director of the association. Oungre is the headquarters of the rural municipality of Souris Valley No. 7. These are the shops out along Highway 18. Though they had established a synagogue and a school in 1912, the Jewish colonists were enthusiastic supporters of the local school districts, contributing not only students but labor to build the schools, money, material support. On the back of the new Lyndale School, now housing headquarters of the RM. Highway 35 crosses Highway 18 just west of the Oungre town site. And a few yards south on Highway 36 is the sometime Can-Am restaurant, so called because we're about 10 miles from the United States border. That guy's going to be there in about 5 minutes, it looks. The Jewish colony was named after Dr. S. Sonnenfeld, the director of the Colonization Association. In 1939, geopolitical circumstances forced the JCA to withdraw from the Sonnenfeld colony. The colony struggled on with fewer and fewer farming families over the years until the last one left the area in 1959. Weyburn is 60k due north of Highway 35 here. The 6 small farms of the farm laborers hamlet were right in this area here, until it was closed in 1929 when the population of the colony reached 227 souls. The 30s are really savage in this area with dust bowl conditions, blown out crops. People just had to leave. 2 kilometers north on Highway 35 is the new heart of Oungre, the Oungre Memorial Regional Park. The Oungre Post Office was established on September the 1st, 1928 by F.W. Durst. He ran it until he died in 1955. And here it is out here now. There's a little Recplex-style burger bar in the complex there. You can get a snack if the Can-Am is closed. And this is why it's called the Memorial Regional Park. Frank T. Foster was an early pioneer. He's credited with planting many of the trees in this grove. At Larson Field, play ball. The only church in Oungre. The Holy Family Ukrainian Catholic Church is in the neighborhood since 1919 up by Tribune. Phil Kives, the founder of K-Tail International, was born in Oungre but made his fortune in Winnipeg. I should also mention that in 1960, CPR renamed their subdivisions out here. From Estevan out to Minton became the Bromhead sub, and the station at Oungre became mile 39.4 from Estevan. Oungre, Saskatchewan.